Tantra is a spiritual cult. It is a cult because Tantra clearly explains how to do sadhana of a particular type and stage, and what the achievement will be from each such sadhana. It is a systematic practical science. It is Vyavaharika, practical, not bookish. Tantra is dharma, and since Acharanat dharma, one has to do Tantra practically in one's individual life. But the practical side of Tantra is very abstract and subtle. So that sadhaka might know and understand the practical side clearly, Parvati posed questions to Lord Shiva, and Lord Shiva answered them. The questions of Parvati were for the sake of Loka Shiksha, education of the people. Those questions which are only for the sake of questioning or for the sake of measuring the knowledge of the other person has no value in the sadhana marga. They are a sheer waste of time. When the questions asked are intended for the purpose of knowing, then doing, the questions are termed as pariprashnas. What to do, how to do, why to do. These are pariprashnas. Such pariprashnas make up the Nigama Shastra. Such pariprashnas constitute the philosophical, theoretical side, and the practical side constituted by the answers of Sadashiva is the Agama Shastra. In other words, the pariprashnas of Parvati go to make up the Nigama Shastra, and the practical answers of Sadashiva make up the Agama Shastra. Nigama and Agama together make up the Tantra Shastra. Human beings face different sorts of problems in different spheres of life, and the solution to those problems is gotten through Tantra. One of Parvati's questions was the following. People engage in different works, but sometimes they do not succeed at all, or only meet with partial success. And then sometimes they succeed 100%. Why is this, and what are the secrets of success? Falishyatiti vishwasaha siddher prathama lakshanam. Dvitiyam shraddhaya yuktam. Tritiyam guru pujanam. Chaturtho samata bhavo. Panchama indriya nigraha. Shashtancha pramitaharo. Saptamam naiva vidyate. The first factor or secret of success is Falishyatiti vishwasaha siddher prathama lakshanam. I must be successful in my mission. This firm determination is the first secret of success. A spiritual aspirant must have this firm determination. This firm determination is the result of extreme love for the Supreme Entity. When this love for the Supreme Entity remains unassailed, uncontaminated, it creates this firm determination. I must be successful in my mission. This is the first secret of success. Dvitiyam shraddhaya yuktam. The second requisite factor of success is Shraddhaya Yuktam. One must have Shraddha for one's desideratum. What is Shraddha? Shraddha is a Sanskrit word having no corresponding word in any other developed language of the world. When one ascribes everything to one's goal or one's object or the supreme subjectivity, appearing as one's object, and moves or rather directs one's everything towards him, then that movement is Shraddha. First ascribing that supreme veracity to the object and then directing one's everything towards him is that mental movement which is called Shraddha. Tritiyam Guru Pujanam. What is a guru? In old Sanskrit, Gu means darkness and Ru means dispeller, dispelling agency. Therefore, the entity, the guiding faculty that dispels all darkness, all spiritual darkness, is the Guru, and Guru Pujanam is doing as per the desire of the Guru. This third factor is created only when one gets the Guru as the embodiment of spiritual guidance, as the embodiment of Brahma in his role as spiritual guide. One will have to maintain devotion for Guru who removes this darkness, because Guru shows the way. If one does not move according to the Guru's words, then one can fall into the danger at any moment. Chaturtho Samata Bhavo. The fourth factor, to look on all with equal vision, that is, you will not harbor any inferiority or superiority complex. You are neither lesser nor greater than anyone else. When everyone is the progeny of the Supreme Father, then no one can be inferior or superior. No one can be low caste or high caste. Not only that, the Pandits and the fools are brothers. The rich and the poor are brothers. All are children of the Supreme Father. The person who thinks himself to be superior suffers from a mental disease, and the person who thinks himself to be inferior also suffers from a mental disease. As long as this mental disease exists, nothing can be accomplished. Since all are the creations of the same Lord and the progeny of the Supreme Progenitor, all have the relationship of brothers and sisters among themselves. Nobody is higher and nobody is lower. There must not be any superiority complex nor any inferiority complex. That is, they must be Samata Bhavo, complete mental balance. When the balance is established, when this mental equipoise is established, then we say it is Samata Bhavo. Panchama Indriya Nigraha. A human being must maintain control over each and every organ. If that is not maintained, then control over the mind cannot be maintained. If there is no control over the mind, then there will be no spiritual progress. It will not do to simply eat what you get or do what you desire. When you eat, you must consider if it is sentient, mutative, or static. While eating, you must think carefully as to what influence it will have over your body and your mind. You are not a goat or a camel that you will eat whatever you get. You have to think when you act. The human motor organs and sensory organs are the link between the external physicalities and the internal arena of human existence. Now, if these organs, motor and sensory, are properly restrained or properly controlled, the mind can function properly, moving towards the supreme cognitive faculty. That is why the fifth requisite factor is that the spiritual aspirant should restrain his or her sensory and motor organs. Shashtancha Pramita Haro. That which a man collects from the external world is Ahara. This is physical Ahara. Mental Ahara can be obtained both from the external objectivities and from the internal psychic world. Pramita means controlled, not taking too much, not taking too little. But in this shloka, Pramita Hara has been used, which means that the food should be controlled or balanced, and at the same time substantial or nutritious. It is very important that whatever one gets should not be taken indiscriminately. Rather, there should be control over food, and at the same time, it should be nutritious. After narrating the 6 factors, Lord Shiva said, "O Parvati, there is no 7th factor. That is, if you practice these 6 factors, you require no 7th factor."